Back in 2003, this is what I looked like. This is what I rode. And this is how big my eyes got when Hero Honda unleashed the Karizma onto a power-starved enthusiast. It was the first 4-stroke performance motorcycle above 150cc, and it definitely looked the part. For the day and age, it packed all the power and torque that you could ask for. It was incredibly refined and it was made for long highway hauls. It was undeniably the bike to buy. But a lot has changed ever since, and with the Karizma getting its first proper upgrade in 11 years, we decided to find out how it stood in this day and age. The original Karizma was a rage, with its sharp bikini fairing and tall stance, giving enthusiasts the big bike feel that they were craving for. And after 11 long years, this is what it has come to look like.
Give it some time, bro. It will grow on you.
Okay, alright. While we wait to digest whatever has happened to our beloved bike, let's try to decipher what has happened here. And if you ask me, I think Hero has tried to retain the charm of the old bike while incorporating new design cues from Eric Buell Racing. I think therein lies the problem, because this to me is anything but fluid and looks more of a mismatch of sorts. The new tail section has been borrowed from the EBR 1190 RS, and it is the prettiest thing on this bike. But the new front, which flaunts a twin headlight assembly like EBR's flagship superbike, doesn't look half as good. And while the clip-ons, split seats, belly pan and the wider section tires add a sportier touch, the instrument console remains unchanged besides the addition of the side stand indicator. So clearly, visually the Karizma R is a far cry from the bike that we fell in love with in 2003. But what about performance? The 223cc motor has been tweaked to make an extra 2.2 PS of power and 1.4 Nm of torque than its predecessor. With the peak power now kicking in 500 RPM earlier, the Karizma R is faster from 0 to 60 by 0.3 seconds and 0 to 100 by almost a second. The engine works best between 5 to 8,000 RPM. Because if you push any harder, there's really not as much power. And the only thing that you'll achieve if you push any more is get more vibrations. And that means that engine is best suited for highway cruising. We're doing 90-100 continuously. And this machine, this motor will go on and on without any problems. Ride quality is brilliant. The plush suspension and wider tires soak in bumps beautifully. So much so that bad sections can be dealt with throttle wide open. The new windshield too works a lot better, providing much better wind protection. And while the raised clip-ons are sportier, they make for a relaxed riding stance and also allow you to do this. The clip-ons provide really good leverage to tip the bike in corners. This is also where the wider section tires from MRF come handy, providing much better edge grip. The soft suspension setup though sees the bike move around a lot. And there are no changes in the braking department either, which means the braking is just about adequate and can do with much more feel and bite. So it's time for the verdict then. So Akash, you're the owner of the previous generation ZMR, and now you've ridden both these bikes, the old as well as new. So what's your take?
I think that the new Karizma R makes a little bit more power. The ergonomics are a little bit more sporty with the new clip-on handlebars, and they are still comfortable.
Yep.
It has a very plush suspension, and what left me disappointed in this bike was the fit and finish on this bike and the refinement on this bike.
So now today we have bikes which come with ABS, which have been built in-house, bikes with Pirellis and Metzelers which come as stock tires, and of course after the Auto Expo where Hero unleashed the HX250 and the Haster, I couldn't help but expect a lot more from the new Karizma. And even though it has a few things going for it, like you said, the ride quality is great, the performance is a little bit better, but all things considered, I still feel that this upgrade has come almost a decade too late. So good motorcycle, but as I said, it's a case of too little, too late for a Karizma R.